doesn't look like the house. Definitely not a place you'd like. So, let's go back, tell the guys, and
It's just a house.
You care about fellow outsiders, right? Partner?
I told you to never say that.
We have to know what happened, so stop being a little wuss, eh?
Whatever you say, hat guy. You're a detective and you're wearing a weird ass hat. Jeez. What do they think about the the hat?
None of my business. And why does this house look so damp? I wonder...
They didn't say anything about the hat? I spent days looking for the perfect hat and they said nothing? Come on, there must have been something. Come on, 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 come on.
Stop, fine! They laughed. Happy?
Great. Another door.
It's locked.
Whoa, look at that beauty. Makes you wanna sit here and have a dinner with the missy. How is she, by the way? Heard she's been having the achies.
Weird as ever. Now stop.
Because you make her worry.
Worry about being different, but you specifically whispered to my ears like a madman that being different is amazing?
Worry about people who don't care. Is that why you removed the scarf and turned it into that? You Mexicano? Give me a break. I know you like that scarf. You took it for a swim when you were a kid. Like a pup bringing out his favorite toy to the poolside while everyone sat behind the screen. And everyone looked at you. Like how everyone looked at you with that hat on. You were happy though, right? There it is. There it is. There it is. There. Just smile, damn it.
Have you found anything yet? I want to get this over with.
Just a tip. Worry about people who actually give a damn about you. Forget those white-collar tropical protectors of justice. They couldn't find justice if it were in front of them. And they definitely couldn't find special even if they had to.
You talk way too much. Remember what I said about dialogue, partner?
Remember what I said about names? Because I have one. All you have to do is say it.
Okay, while you're blah blah blahing away, partner, I'll continue looking for things that we can actually comprehend. That can actually help us. I think you should too.
We? And what? Find the forbidden fruit? I feel it, Jay. I feel it. The longer we stay here and the longer you try not to look at me, the worse my hair becomes and the more likely you'll have the achies.
Sapphire, if ever you're reading this, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry that I left you for the 5 mil. I didn't know what to expect. It was a tough choice, okay? They don't accept me. They think I'm a fool. They don't like me. I know that you're different, totally different. You're the one who understood, who sees what I see, hear what I hear, feel what I feel. I don't know what I've done. What happened? Sapphi, I'll still continue searching for you. Mom, Dad, if you're reading this, I don't know anymore.
Where do you think she went?
Beats me. She seems different. Like you. Except she's missing and I'm here with you.
Aren't you worried at all?
What makes her different from you?
She's lost, and I'm here to find her. Hopefully, help her. Why are you here?
To help you. You two are one and the same. But hopefully, instead of helping her, she ends up helping you.
Sapphire, my Sapphire. When the soul is cold, you're my only fire. On days of icy winds, hear my warm breeze. Like the notes that play when we stay unfazed by the doubters and young grayscale keepers and maidens. You keep my soul burning. Sapphire, my Sapphire. You can be anything you want to be, he once told me, and that was a promise. Don't let the blizzards of snow snuff you out like a candlelight, like the TV that spoke to me that day.
You know, folks, my mother used to beat me up. For a good reason. She told me, don't be a crybaby. But, like my mother always said, if you're gonna be a crybaby, then at least have 5 mil by your side.
Sapphire was different from the rubies and emeralds that stared and dazzled. She was humanity embodied, the purveyor of hope, my hope. Regardless of long dope lace robes that I had once imagined, she kept me company in my darkest moments, even when phantoms filled my home. Stars could feign their twinkles from far, far away, staring at me with their candlesticks standing, wax never burning. But Sapphi always said, accept yourself and forget everyone else. And that was a promise too. From 1 to 3, 4 to 10. Through the odd moments and the even waves, she sailed with me despite my malfunctions, as some might say. She sung for me when others looked away with whispers. She stayed with me when others left. Oddity in its purest, eccentricity in its apex, crazy in its simplest. No share or form or face of yore could make her any worse than the quiet candlesticks on quiet seas. She was my friend, and she never left my side. Some days, she would stay beside me, engulfed by my quietude. On others, she would go nuts. School assignments, big teachers, foreign projects. My eyes would always, every single day, try to drop like shutters. But Sapphire was different. She wouldn't tap my shoulder. She wasn't scared. No. She would go throw her coat right to my face, and like the weirdest magician, she would raise it up. Yep, the gift she gave me long ago. Sapphire? It became more common, us playing after class. We didn't need any deck, notebook, or palette. All we needed was us. What would feel like jello bending under my delicate fingers, and walls would cheer like cheerleaders supporting a wild player. The sky would lift us off the limiting ground without hesitation, and the air would fill me up with the newfound sweetness of short-lived freedom. All the while she would dance and dance and dance and dance and laugh and cheer and jump and squat and shout and whisper, imagine and dream. It was a warm paradise in a cold, cold world. And you were the only ones there. Colorful walls of strokes and glitter would surround us every day after the paradisal smoke, and like a night of peace and quiet, notes would fly uncontested, the canorous wind kissing our ears. That was Sapphire. Happiness, paradise. Was it wrong to want those things? Was it wrong to dream? Ire from hearts I thought I would understand. Aroma from kin I thought I would accept the smell of freedom. And judgment from two people who I was supposed to trust. Darkness enveloped me in those nights of paranoia when I could see the gritty claws of theirs catch up. Sapphire would be next to me, magical and real, reminding me that cold nights like those would bring about the warmth of a new day. But I never felt that warmth, and every day felt the same. Colorless, silent, long, short-lived. Every night was no different. Judged for green, they told me rose from my skin. For the derision, they told me I caused them day by day. Sapphi was there, accepting. But I couldn't help it. Every night I wandered on those two sentences, those two sly statements, and looked at Sapphire with eyes as dreary. My eyes eventually stopped looking. The walls eventually stopped cheering. The notes eventually stopped flying. But those didn't matter as much as the most fatal. Our paradise eventually disappeared. The shade she exuded blended into the silvers and grays, but I tried not to notice. Instead of facing the only light, I went into the sprawling shadows where everyone called me by a name. Not by my name, but a name with no love, no hope, no trust. Whenever she brought up the ball, I'd quiver. I wanted to tell her I'm sorry, but I needed the 5 mil. I only grew more insecure as the days became darker. My hair became straighter, my scent became more aromatic, and my hope became weaker. After weeks, I was no longer alone with Sapphi. I was amidst people of dreamers alike, but I never felt the same. The iris I bore would dart into Sapphi as I sat, stood beside spokespeople and business people with money in mind. She was a purist, most innocent, but I would always ignore her. Every day, until the days turned into weeks and months. Then the evening came, and it finally happened. The endgame. She told me stop as I rushed to the door trying to escape the inevitable. What's the problem with you? What in the world did I do? Is it my hat? My coat? My face? I can wear a mask. So innocent and pure and filled with hope. I couldn't help but lose it. Losing my temper, losing my patience, losing my hope that even the seas could move again, that the warm sun can rise over our bond once more. But then and there, with winter finally breaking my dream, I surrender. I told her the truth. A wildfire spreading over the forest before dying out, the final crusade of flames that will inevitably end in winter snow. I was so clouded with the dream of a 5 mil that I realized something had to go. Each step of the south brought me further away from the north. With every heavy stop, my weight eventually vanished, pound by pound. And when my fingers finally grabbed the cold steel, my eyes couldn't deny Sapphi. I turned around, and what did I see? Well, what did I expect? Stars, clouds, the faux neighborhood, fake faces, no ball, And Sapphi was gone. Then a normal night. There was no terror or horror from my rugged attire or uncouth scent. The faces that wanted me gone only smiled at my pain. So dreamy, so transparent. Sapphi would have given that shoulder to cry on, that ear to speak to. But on that night, as the walls wept for lost brethren, as the skies gawked at the new candlestick, I cried alone. Alone every day after that night, as I spoke with other candlesticks, unlit, never melting. As I sat with my parents in conversations of academia, as I sat lonesome in my busy room, I realized how empty the room has become. Bitterness that I never wanted, yet others sought for a kilo of eccentricity and uniqueness. Reality that always freezes, yet others seem to beg with the payment of fire. Wherever I went, the ghost of Sapphi called for me, begging for me to call her name, begging for me to search for us. But never in a world of crybabies living for the 5 mil, what can a ball do to save me from them? What can Sapphi do to protect me from them? What can 5 mil do to a soul? Sapphire, oh Sapphire. One day, when the world no longer needs me, and I no longer need it, I'll find you. I'll finally say your name, and we'll find our warm paradise. Everything will be colorful again, Sapphi. Everything. And that's a promise.